Okay, guys, welcome to the Chosen One podcast show. If you landed on this podcast episode, you are probably a manifesting generator and a female entrepreneur, coach, or expert. So, welcome. Take a cup of tea and binge listen to all the amazing episodes I have set up for you. Episodes to help you create the right energy and mindset to create the manifesting generator business and life of your dreams. Here we go. Good morning, guys. It's Thursday again, and I'm so happy to be able to record an episode again. The sound is maybe not perfect because we have a lot of airplanes flying over lately. It's like ridiculous. So you might have to sometimes guess what I'm saying whenever airplane comes over, but I hope you can manage. So basically, I'm in the garden. We have an amazing sort of after summer vibe here going on in the Netherlands. We didn't have a great summer temperature wise, but actually now it is 30 degrees this complete entire week. And it's amazing. So I went for a swim this morning. I didn't go to the aquarobics. I just like the swimming pool was open again, like the lanes. So I just did my rounds, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make it short and sweet. We had a couple of intense days. We had a member of my husband's family pass away, a very young girl at 14 years old. So very, very intense, and we've been there over the weekend, and then yesterday we had the cremation. So I was like, you know what, I am going to swim because this is part of my identity that I swim every week. It's something it's a gift to myself, to my mind, and to my body, but it doesn't always have to be the same, right? And I think this is very important when we want to change our identity into a new identity that is not really about perfection, because perfection, like the rules that you make up are rules that you make up yourself, right? So for me, it is not about like how many rounds I actually swam or how long or how intensive. It's about the fact that I showed up, I gave myself the gift of swimming, and today I just chose to do like half what I normally do, right? So I normally do 32 lanes in the swimming pool, and then today I did 16. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make it short and sweet. It's a beautiful day. My husband is working at home today instead of at the office because of everything what happened, and I'm just gonna sit in the garden, get some weed out of the garden because there's a lot of weed that popped up the last couple of days, and just give some TLC to my beautiful plants, and then just see if I can get some recordings out, because recording podcast episodes, as you know, if you are a fan of the show, is my number one tool basically to keep in motion. And the way I told you guys this before, whenever I do not have any inspiration yet to record anything, I just basically start listening to some episodes from other people that I found inspiring, and then if I don't put any pressure on it, I will 9 out of the 10 times get a download during that podcast and be like, oh, this is a great entrance for me to start recording. So basically I was just listening to a podcast episode which was about like really creating some type of urgency around your offer, and I was listening to it, and then all of a sudden I get this download which says like, you can't, if you wait forever for perfection, you will never get to your results. And then also, there is no such thing as an end result. So that was like the download I received. And what then happens is then I'll just like pick up the microphone and be like, okay, now I'm ready to record, right? So for those of you who are thinking about getting a podcast show and you're all about making it way perfect, understand that the way that I create podcasts is without a script, It's without a microphone, professional microphone. It's of course I have a microphone, but it's not like a professional microphone. It's without a studio. It's actually just me recording a audio as if I'm talking to my best friend, right? And this is something that really gets the needle going in my specific business. Well, the download I received was, if you wait forever for perfection, you will never get to your destination, and there is no such thing as an end destination. This week on Tuesday I had my first free webinar slash masterclass I hosted on a completely cold audience. We had over 555 signups. It was like really high amount of signups, a very, very low conversion rate, and very interestingly enough, a very low live show up rate. And I wanted to share this because I love giving a little behind the scenes peek, because this is how it works when you run a online business, right? I truly believe in order to run a successful online business, you also have to love running an online business. And I love running an online business and experimenting and sort of see what happens, what works, what doesn't work, and to also reevaluate what the definition of something working is, right? So I was like, Tuesday at 2, I started my first session for the Business Dream Academy. So my Business Dream Academy is evergreen. So we started this Tuesday with the first session. But whenever you want to sign up for the Dream Academy, you can do that right away, because you will get access to the first session we recorded this Tuesday, which is basically a preparation session. And then after you went through that preparation session, you just come into the cycle with all the other entrepreneurs. Because the way I have set up the Dream Academy is that it's like an evergreen program that's actually completely focused on getting you results ASAP, right? So it's not a coaching program that I have different modules and be like, okay, you first have to, wait a second, you first have to go through this and then you get to that, right? No, that's not how it's set up. The way it's set up is that it's actually, I basically crafted it in a way that I can allow a lot of people in and still provide the same value as I would if you would be in a one-on-one coaching portal with me. Because one thing I have discovered throughout the years is that everybody who has worked with me one-on-one and actually is a manifesting generator created amazing results in their business, right? So I really did I basically did a review on all my success clients and sort of looked at what is like the one defining thing that really needs to be implemented in my offer in order for it to be successful. And successful for me is that it leads to the results that the clients desire. So if the client desires to make an X amount of money, then making that X amount of money is actually the result, right? But I also have clients that come to me that do not really have a desire to make money, but who just love to host a first live event and sell that out, right? Or who have the desire to make more authentic content for their clients. Like, not everybody has the desire to make more money. I mean, basically everybody has a desire to make money, but it's not for everybody the primary focus, right? So the way I have set up the Dream Academy is that it's completely personalized, right? Your goal is what we're going to work on in those 3 months, and then after those 3 months you have the option to stay or to leave. And basically, if you make the full payment, so currently the offer is still at 4,000 or 12 payments of 444. We're really reaching the line that we're gonna switch to 5,000, because I've said when we reach the 10 signups we will shift to the 5,000, and we're currently at 7, so we're getting close. And basically what did I want to say with that? I don't know, where did I want to go with that? I don't know. I just want to say that it's really created in a way that it's completely focused on your individual goals, right? So, wow, I am a little distracted, guys. I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say here because I was going somewhere with this. Oh, yeah, I remember. So, we had the call this Tuesday, the first live call. And basically, what I did in that first live call, I did a quick scan with everybody to sort of see where they are currently at in their business. So when you start working with me, you will discover that I have a 7-step process that I use to create a very strong foundation for my business. That is part of the long-term strategy. And then we also always work simultaneously on the short term. And the short term is always based on making money, a substantial amount of money within the first couple of, well, basically weeks, so that you have oxygen for your business, right? I truly believe like making money is really overlooked by a lot of entrepreneurs. I believe that you have to be able to make a substantial amount of income within 3 months of starting your business. I think that is totally doable, and that it's also needed in order to provide the oxygen for your business to be able to not only survive but to thrive, right? I'm not really in the business of helping businesses survive. I'm in the business of making businesses thrive, and I truly believe that you have to be able to make money for that. So that's basically the two focus points in, like, the general focus points in the academy, like the short-term pillar, making money on the short term. And then the second pillar is really building that steady foundation that allows you to run a sustainable business. But then how the way you want to craft out your business is completely personalized. The goal that you want to work on is completely personalized. And the best thing is you don't even need to know what your goal is before you sign up. As long as you have a general desire to like make good money with doing your true soul's mission, that's basically the only desire you need to have, you're good to sign up, because we'll actually create that clarity around your goal in that first preparation session, which you get instant access to once you sign up. I love like the way I've set it up, because basically if you sign up today, you get instant clarity today about your like focus for the complete next couple of months, right? Which gives you so much peace of mind, because basically what I see a lot of my clients do, or like my soon to be clients, is that they are very all over the place. They're scrolling on Instagram, they get all these different inputs from all these different coaches telling to do all these different things, which can be a good thing if you're very aligned in your energy. But if you're not so aligned in your energy, it can be very confusing, and you can get super frustrated, and you can feel like everybody in the world has figured it out except for you, right? So what I love about the Dream Academy is that it gives you focus. And I basically believe that focus is the main thing that will move the needle in your business and will also help you make money on the short term. So what we'll do in that first session is create laser focus. We will pick one thing that you're going to focus on for the upcoming couple of weeks, so that you can start creating results, right? And just to give a practical example, when I ask my clients, for example, okay, what do you want to focus on this week, right? And I give them a list of 7 things. Usually they'll say 3 things out of that 7 options, right? And what I'll do then actually is be like, no. Pick one thing first. I get that you want to do all 3, and you'll probably most likely create all 3 things the upcoming weeks. But I want you to make one thing your focus point. Because when you have a clear focus point, in my business, that's my podcast show, that is like my one focus point. You have one thing to focus on, and you will find that it will create a domino effect, right? You know how those dominoes work when you push the first one, that all the dominoes then actually start moving. That's how it works when you have one great focus point in your business. So when you have that one great focus point, you can start focusing on that, and then you will actually see that all the other desires, so all the other blocks in the domino rakes, will actually start moving as well, because you have moved on that first thing that we came up with in that session, right? So this is, I think, also very linked to the download that I received to start recording this episode, where I said, if you wait for perfection all day long, you will never get to your result, right? So when you have that one focus point, it is very, very easy to get every single fragment of your business in motion. It's a very cool principle, and it's a principle that really, really works, not only for me, but also for actually basically all the clients I have ever worked with, as long as they listen to me, right? If you listen to me, you get to the results. If you commit to what I'm telling you to do, which is basically focus on one thing at a time, you will see you will create amazing results. But I'm still not getting to the point what I wanted to say, because in that first session I did this I basically, I'm looking for the right word, inventory on to see like where is everybody at. And I also asked the question, like, how many of you have actually already hosted free masterclasses, sort of to get more clarity around your gift and what it is that you want to create, right? So I feel like a lot of people think that you can only host a free webinar if you are super clear on your topic, on your gift, on your soul's mission, on the way you can actually make sales with that masterclass. And that's like all BS, right? The way I teach you to do masterclasses is so that you do it primarily for yourself. For manifesting generators in business, it is very important that everything you do in your business is primarily for yourself. And once you do it for yourself, you will actually see that it will lead to amazing results. But if you don't do it for yourself, you might as well not do it, because it won't lead to any of your desired outcomes, right? It won't lead to clarity. It won't lead to more money. So I asked this question: how many of you do actually host free masterclasses already? And one of my clients said, I did, but it was a complete disaster because nobody showed up. And that's where I sort of had to interfere. And I was like, okay, this is an amazing comment, because this gives me such a beautiful opportunity to make an immediate mind shift with you guys, because there is no such thing as a failure when it comes to business. Everything is basically an experiment, right? And this brings me back to the masterclass I did this Tuesday, right? So for the first time, I actually hosted a webinar on only cold audience. So usually when I do webinars or masterclasses, I run ads, but I also promote it to my email list. So then basically I have a mixed audience, from cold audience and like warm audience, like not super hot audience, but warm audience. And when I have a mixed audience, it is very easy for me to do sales, right? Because maybe 75% of that particular group already knows my work, has seen me a couple of times, have followed things from me before, and they're basically at the mindset of, okay, I'm ready to buy, right? But when you host to a complete cold audience, that's a whole other ball game, right? It's not impossible to sell to a complete cold audience, but it is more difficult. And it's also not completely in line with how I view marketing, right? Because I do not have to sell every time I host a free masterclass. It really depends on my intention. And my intention for this particular masterclass was not to make immediate sales. It was to actually get high quality leads that can in the future convert to paying clients. So that was my intention. We got over, like I said, 555 people sign up, but this time we actually targeted way more countries than we did before, right? So before we only did like not the Netherlands, we did Belgium, like UK, Italy, French, Spain, and then the States and Australia. And this time we also did Indonesia and the Philippines and other countries in Asia and South Africa. So we had a very different audience show up. Like I said, a lot of sign-ups, very few live show-ups. One second, guys, because my hair is currently being, my daughter just got a brush and she's now brushing my hair, right? Yes. And now she's brushing her own hair. So few sign-ups, right? A few show-ups live. But the quality of the people who showed up live was amazing. We had like 7 different countries represented. I think we had South Africa, we had Indonesia, we had the Philippines, we had something like Slovenia, I don't know, I don't even remember, Germany, and then 2 other countries. So it was a very mixed group, and all of them stayed all the way till the end of the workshop and actually participated like full on, right? They executed the assignments that I had set up for that day. They were like really, really active. And that for me is a sign that they're high quality leads, right? Because the women I love working with are women who are all in, who are eager to learn, who are excited to learn, who want to do the work. And all of them basically showed to me in that workshop that they were willing to do the work. So this is an example I want to give to you about how your mindset actually determines the success you have in your business. If I had the mindset that, okay, I have 55 people sign up, and in order for it to be successful, I have to have at least a 30% conversion show up rate, then this would have been like a failure, right? Because usually I have around a 30% show up rate. But if I measure my success on the actual result that this masterclass led to, then it's like a huge success, because basically out of the 7 or 8 people that showed up, I don't even remember if it were 7 or 8, like 6 executed everything I told them to do. So that is a conversion rate of 80%, right? So your mindset basically determines everything. And this is something that we work on in the 4th week of the Dream Academy. So the way the Dream Academy is set up is that the first week we always do frequency work. So this Tuesday we did the first live session, which was the preparation session, which you get instant access to as soon as you sign up for the Dream Academy. And then after that we did the first frequency call. And the frequency call is initiation work. It's like healing work, where I actually do healing with you to clear anything in your energy field that is blocking you from creating the results that you desire. So that's what we do in the first week. So we have basically the energetic preparation. Oh, wait 1 second, guys, because my daughter has to go to the bathroom. I'll be back in 1 bit. Okay, that was a quick intervention. No, not an intervention. A quick pause for the bathroom break. But like I said, like the first week is always like frequency work, so that we can do the healing and have the energetic preparation. And very important, like this is the exact strategy I use in my business as well, right? I always start with the frequency work and then the execution. So we do the frequency work. Then the second week we have like one-on-one coaching. So you get one-on-one coaching from me. We do that in a hot seat setting. You actually get a list where you can just claim your spot with me. You show up at that specific time, and you can you can join all the calls with all the clients I have, or basically only the one that you and I have. You also receive the recording, of course. And then we'll tune into your specific business, to your specific goal, and see what is it that you need to do this upcoming 2 weeks to actually get the results that we want for your business for this specific month, right? So we brainstorm, we come up with a plan, with an assignment, and you start executing that. Again, focus is the key here, right? So I feel like one of the major business leaks for a lot of manifesting generators is that they don't have focus, that they are all over the place. And by committing to a program like the Business Dream Academy, you commit yourself to success. That's basically what it is. So the second week we have the one-on-one, we have the assignment so that you know what to focus on for the upcoming 2 weeks. You start executing that, right? So then the third week we have integration time, so you have time to execute it all. And then the fourth week is so interesting because that's where we actually do the mindset work, right? We evaluate, we look at the results. And that's another step that a lot of clients don't really do. A lot of clients of mine don't have a process in their business where they actually evaluate with a third party present. And the reason why it's so important to have a third party present is because if you don't have a third party present who actually corrects you in the way you view things, you can super easily self-sabotage yourself, right? And you can label it out of your old conditioned box. You'll have your glasses on of your old way of doing things, and that keeps you stuck at the same place in your business, right? So that's why I love working with coaches, and that's why I love working with a Facebook ads manager who really corrects me in my way of thinking. Because if I don't have those people, I would sort of get in the same old traps that I used to be in, right? So basically that's what we do in the fourth week, and then we evaluate, and then like things come up, right? Like your conversion rate, and you'll maybe have that mindset of like, okay, it was a complete failure because nobody showed up. And then we start working on that mindset, and we start investigating how can we actually look at this in a different way. What success did it lead to? What clarity did you get out of this specific masterclass? And can you actually see and imagine how this changes your whole motivation for running a business? Because if you view everything as a failure, if you view something as a failure, basically you'll stop, right? Most of the time. I mean, you might do it one more time, but if you again then have the results that feel like failure, you get demotivated and you stop doing it. And worse, you actually start doubting yourself as well, right? So by actually changing the mindset around your results, you all of a sudden feel inspired, and you're like, oh my God, I didn't feel at all. It was amazing because it led to this and this and this. And now I have clarity on this, and now we can actually execute the next step, right? And then that's, of course, a great thing of the Dream Academy as well. It is then not up to you to actually come up with that next step. I mean, you can, of course, because it is your program, but I'm actually there to help you come up with a next step. Something that is out of your comfort zone, that's something that is different than you have done before, because the Dream Academy is basically all about getting results that you haven't reached before, right? And it really doesn't matter what level you are currently at, if you already have a successful business or if you're at the beginning of a business. I do always basically attract women who've had success in a previous business before, or actually has been successful in a corporate job before, and they basically now want to create that same kind of success with executing their true soul's mission. Those are the women I attract into the Dream Academy. And that's how we actually move the needle. So I think this is it for today. If you want to read more about the Business Dream Academy, you can go to sophiedipmar.com/mgdreamacademy. Currently the price is 4,000 or 12 payments of 444. The price will go up once we reach that 10 sign-ups. Then it will go up to 5,000 and 12 payments of 555. And not to forget, I actually give a guarantee, right, on the academy. So I basically say like you will earn back the investment within, like, I know it's 3 months, but for the sake of the guarantee, to give myself and my clients a little slack, I say 6 months. So if you for some reason executed everything I told you to do and you didn't earn back that money within 6 months, which is truly impossible, then I will give you one-on-one coaching so that you can make back the investment. So I can make sure you will get back the investment anyways, right? So this is something I provided, and this is something I will also give you as an advice, to always look at your offers and to see what can I actually offer in the program, so that it is easier for people to make the commitment, right? It's not about convincing people to make the commitment, because women who want to work with me, they have the desire to work with them. I don't have to convince them, but it is nice to have something that is a little nourishing to the nervous system, and it's like, okay, like this really feels like Sophie is all in as well, right? It's not just another program that is just promising all these things which doesn't lead to results. No, I'm actually all like, it really, like, how do I explain this? Like, you with giving this guarantee, if you would give this guarantee to your clients as well, it really shows your clients that you are all in as well, because otherwise you are stuck with having to coach all these people one-on-one, right? And that's not what you want. If you want a easy business, you don't want to be like you don't want a calendar with like 10,000 of appointments, right? And that's like the whole goal of the way I set up the MG Dream Academy, is that I don't have to coach everybody one-on-one every day, right? So I basically coach everybody one-on-one in a Dream Academy, but in a way that is not taking up too much space in my calendar. So go to sophiedietmar.com/MG Dream Academy for all the details. If you have any remaining questions, you can also always send me a voice memo on Instagram or through WhatsApp, and then we'll take it from there. Okay, have an amazing day. Bye.